Welcome back to Murph's Models. Today we're going to make the front gates for Jack Skellington's house.
So I've got a couple of bits of card here. I've already rolled one piece up. That'll be the stand at the bottom. I should put a little bit of glue back on here maybe.
Goes around like that.
So yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to make it thick a bit. Put a cone on top of a cone there. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that much. That around there. No? And cut that in half. Tape. There we go, that one. And that one.
Okay, so now that we've built these tubes, which sit like that, I've marked the front with some red pen, so we know where the front of the posts are. I've topped off with some cardboard on the top. Now we'll build the top stands for the cats, and let's get started first with making some stone with my favorite material, Daz. Daz Stone, the latest Daz color. Okay, so all we need to do is snip open the pack, and out comes the Daz. Very exciting. Let's have a look here. Oh, lovely grey color. Look at that. Perfect for stones. Lovely fresh new Daz. Cool. Okay, right. Let's see. Let's get this going. Okay. I'm going to flatten it out, but reasonably roughly. Mine is quite rough. The stone is quite rough there. Put a glue on the top here, and then apply on the base like that. Up to here, marking the lines across here. One. Line there.
Another line there. Another line there. Another line in there.
Right, and just starting to soften the edges with some water and a brush. Okay, so I've finished making these two pillars, the stone pillars that goes to the side of the gates. And the next task is to make the cats that go on top. I think they're cats, whatever they are, cats or something or other, that go on top of the gates. So let's first of all trace the cats onto a piece of tracing paper to get the basic size and shape. Okay, get this basic size of the bodies, because the next thing that I think we will do is the legs are so thin, which is very typical of Tim Burton's style. I think we'll do those just out of wire. And now let's do the right hand one as well. See where can we fit this one here like that. Okay, that one there. Cool. There we go, we've got two cats. Let's trace this one here. That one, neck as well. So I should just trace his head shape. See how we go here. Something like that. So there's one body, there's the other body, and then one head here. The wire of about this thickness, and I can add a little bit maybe with my Daz. I wouldn't cut out a couple of wire things here. Let's see if they sit right like that.
Cut this bit of the tape off.
On the other side as well. Okay. One head and another head. Notice that I've put some wire for the mouth and then a little bit of card to thicken it, because in the drawing the mouths are quite thick. So for the tails, I'm going to use this sort of plasticky string. And perhaps take about 6 or 7 strands. It could well make a tail. And do the old wraparound cotton glue trick. And there we have it. Tails for cats. For the extra teeth, I think just some cotton with glue on it to thicken it. And then twist it around the edges. Let's just put a little bit of Daz on the body shapes, just to round them off and give them a bit of extra oomph. Bit of water with a brush, just to smooth the Daz down, smooth the shape down a bit. And voila, one cat's body. Now I'm just gluing the neck onto the body, and to do that I'm actually taping down the bits of the body to a bit of cellophane or acetate,
and gluing it down so that it will stay in the same place and dry. After that, I'm even putting a tail on because I'm just feeling like I need to put the tail on now. Okay, a bit more glue for the whiskers. So this is quite a delicate task, so requires some tweezers. There we go, one. Let's get the second one on, and the third one. I've made a stand for these cats as well, so once that's dry, a bit of glue around the legs, poking through the bottom, and sorted. There's one cat. Here's some black paint. Let's start painting. So a base coat of black acrylic paint always does the job.
So, after many different lines, I think I've found the shape that I want the gates to be in. And this is it, because I'm going to cut it out and make it final. Boing! Okay, those are the gates.
Okay, now just to make sure I get the right lines, I'm going to define them all the lines, with a nice black pen. Here we go.
I've stuck this old bit of cellophane in front. Turn that upside down actually, because I want to get to these circle bits. Lay out some bits of wire which I previously cut. There we go. I have another piece of wire that I've just been curving up. I've made my mark here. Get my tin snips and drop. That should sit in there somehow like that.
And then I get some masking tape just to stick between the wires to hold everything in place. There we go, the whole thing, all taped up.
Now what I'm going to do is get out my trusty PVA bottle and glue all the edges. Here we go. Hopefully I've got all the edges. I've also cut out these sections, the face, the pumpkin face. Pop these sections in as well. I've done this out of a thinner wire, mainly because I want to get it reasonably accurate.
So I glue those sections in, and then some more black paint to fill in the gates. And then we peel off the gates from the cellophane and the masking tape, and voila.
I'm going to put some cotton onto some of the joins here. So pop, pop, bit on the front, bit glue on the back, and a tie knot. Like that. And then I start wrapping it around the join. And then seal it with tape there. I think it's time now to do these two side walls on the edge of each of the pillars. So these bits here, on the other side like this. So This for the small one.
And then a little bit of glue on the edge of the wall, and we just put in this thickness so that from the top it looks like the wall is very thick and stony. A little bit of masking tape to hold it all together while it glues. Even some bracing at the back just to hold those back sections up with a little bit more card. Again, let that glue dry. And there we go, one wall. Before we put the Daz on to create the wall top, let's put a bit of glue on there so the Daz has something to stick to. Nice. Here we go. Lots more Daz. And again, using some water on a brush, just smooth down the edges of that Daz. Then just glue the post onto the end of the wall.
Okay, so the next challenge is to make hinges for the gate so that the gate can open and close. For that, we need some eyelets. You can get these at hardware stores, of course. Very easy. And what we're going to do is open up enough that we can pop them inside the gate like this. There we go. Yep, very. The gates are closed and open. Marvellous.
Okay, so now we just need to block out all the side walls with black paint for starters, and then we can start creating a trompe-l'oeil effect, which starts by blocking out the stone shapes in a dark grey colour. Trompe-l'oeil is making flat paintwork look as though it's 3D. So first of all, we block out the shapes of the wall in one colour. While that blocking out is drying up, let's do some textures on the real bits of wall with a highlight colour, a lighter grey. With the same highlight colour, we go over the flat brickwork just to give a highlight at the top of each stone. And then we darken the stone in on the corners. And now we put a bit of a black wash, a light wash of black colour. Black paint mixed with water, just to darken the bottom of each stone. And we blend that in with a nice dry brush. Easy peasy. Next thing to do is put a little bit of a highlight again on the top of the stone, just to make sure it's all looking lighter at the top. And again, blend it into each stone. Once we've done that, we go back over all the stones and put in the dark between each stone, just to highlight each stone and make them look separate. Now we're starting to get a bit of a 3D effect. There we go. So now it's time for the cats. First of all, a darker grey highlight over the body and the head, and even on the tail. Ding! And then a lighter colour, a lighter grey as a bit more of a highlight. There we go. Same on the other side. Also just put a little bit of dark shadow in some sections like the neck. And also don't forget on those gates, I need to scrub them up a bit, make them look a bit grubby and dirty. So I'm using an old fingernail to do that effect. And now it's time to glue the cats onto the top of the posts. Pop the cat on top and just remove any excess glue from underneath.
Okay, so we put the cat on the pillar. Now all we need is the gate. which we can hook into our little hooked hinges. And there you go. Jack Skellington's gate is complete and ready for action.
See you next time on Murph's Models.